we expected that something, that it was possible that a second person could contract the virus. Contingency plans were put into place, and the hospital will discuss the way that the healthcare worker followed those contingency plans, which will make our jobs in monitoring and containment much easier in this case than in the last one.
Well, the CDC is expected to speak a little later today once those lab results have been confirmed. Well, CNN's Ed Lavandera joins us now from Dallas, outside of that hospital. Ed, thank you for being with us. You know, clearly the worrisome part here is that this healthcare worker apparently contracted the disease while wearing protective gear. So let's start with that press conference and how officials there in Dallas are taking precautions.
Well, they say that they are going through the process of decontaminating any of the areas that this particular patient. It's interesting to point out that this person had been under the self-monitoring program for the last few weeks while treating Thomas Eric Duncan here in Dallas. The female healthcare worker reported a low-grade fever on Friday. They say within 90 minutes she had driven herself back here to the Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas. We saw the hazmat teams here this morning decontaminating some of the open areas and the parking lot areas where this particular person apparently had driven themselves to. And this confirmation of the Ebola virus, officials here say, came around midnight Saturday night. So a great deal of movement, and they're also going through the process of warning the people who live around this healthcare worker, a 4-block area, and alerting them this morning to what is going on. The mayor of Dallas spoke about that process just a little while ago.
We have knocked on every door in that block and talked to every single person that came to the door, explained what has happened and what we have done so they will not be afraid of the hazmat unit. The police officers are ensuring that no one will enter that apartment. Later this morning, we will also go back and knock on every door of that neighborhood to make sure there are any questions and we catch everybody.
And Lynn, obviously of great deal of concern, as you mentioned, the fact that this healthcare worker, we're told, was wearing protective gear while she had been in contact with Thomas Eric Duncan, and despite all of that, despite, they say, following the protocols and the rules in place for being covered up, that they still were infected with the Ebola virus. A great deal of concern and investigation in that, and now also the process of gathering the contacts that this particular person had come in contact with to begin the monitoring process of those people. So, you know, a great deal of work kind of resumes again now, and trying to work on that contact list and getting in touch with all of the people and begin that monitoring as well.
Yeah, a huge undertaking there in Dallas. Ed Lavandera, thanks so much.
You got it. And
we have a lot more information about Ebola in the U.S. on our website. You can read the facts, the myths, and details on those new airport screenings. Just head over to HLNTV.com/weekendexpress.